The Knoxville Visitor Center is the site of the live WDVX Blue Plate Special Monday through Thursday and on Saturday at noon. Additional support comes from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting and the Tennessee Arts Commission. You can watch today's performance on our Facebook Live. Right now, it's time. Please make welcome your host for the WDVX Blue Plate Special, Red Hickey.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the Blue Plate Special. Yep. We are here inside Visit Knoxville in beautiful downtown Knoxville. Feel free to come join us. If you can't be here with us today, you know you can watch it stream live from the WDVX Facebook page. We have two guests for you here today on the show. Visiting with us from Kansas City, Kelly Hunt's here, and she's going to be up the second half of the show today. To get things started, he's visiting with us today from our sister country up there to the north, from Canada today. Y'all give a great big welcome to Noah Zacharin to the Blue Plate Special.
This is a song about New Orleans. Now bowler and a tie, silk and satin guy, fine Italian shoes, it's Lester Brown. You hear the ladies sigh, you know the reason why. Word is out, Lester's back in town. And when he walks by, twirls a stick and winks an eye. The ladies blush like springtime rose, steaming apple pie. Evening drawing now won't be long before the sunset hour glows. Magnolia breeze and there's catbirds up in the trees. A little sugar with your lemonade. You can curtsy if you please. Hear the cornet melody. Lester's back on the Basin Street Parade. And when he walks past, it happens all so fast. He lights them up like match to gasoline. And the setting sun's outclassed. Lester does the dawn. He shines on New Orleans lanes. Thank you, Radio Land, and I presume Internet Land as well. You're all involved in this. We're all partners. It's a great pleasure to be back here in beautiful downtown Knoxville, particularly beautiful downtown South for me. I love being in the South. I live in a forest now, north of a small town called Madoc, which is north of a smallish town called Belleville, which is just north of Lake Ontario. It's cold there in the winters. Very, very cold. During those long winters. So it's really nice to be back here and see everything in bloom and smell the thick air even. Sometimes some of my best friends get allergies allergies from the pollen. On balance, it's nicer than endless gray days. This is a song called Done, Gone, Gone. I tried to write the simplest song I could ever write. It's the antithesis of a love song. Well, I wake with words I might have said, stale upon my tongue. Before I can reach the bottom, I taste everyone. In other words, I might have kept inside. He called me deacon at the dawn. Sun shines bright and I can't hide. It's a good thing you done gone, gone. It's a good thing you done gone. Well, I never minded my life alone. I breathe easy in the dark. You came careening in overdrive at a man contented in park. And I should have seen it coming. You quickly made yourself queen to my pawn. Your smile, it was a hollow thing, and it's a good thing you done gone, gone. It's a good thing you done gone. 'Cause we were head and tail, hair and snail, farm and jail, rock and sail. We might both be flesh and bone. One's precious gem, one is sinking stone. Pull back, bullseye, baby's gone. Time or two, I told my life, hey life, let's just pack it in. And I was saved by the vision of my mother's face, or the sound of a guitar string. And often still I shiver, you might be back a little further. All's well that keeps going, keep going. It's a good thing you done gone, gone. It's a good thing you done gone. It's a good thing you done. It's a good thing you gone. Thank you.
This is Noah Zacharin with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. Noah, I was looking on your website and I see that, well, it's what you do, but you've been writing some new material and you've got a new single about to come out.
Yeah. We have, there's a new record that's been completed, and the current thinking is to drop the first single in June. The record is available now, but yeah, we'll be putting out a tune called Red Red Bird pretty soon, and as soon as we get all our affairs in order, the whole record will be available. It's a labor of love. It's a lot of songs that I've been playing a lot live, but never ended up recording.
All right. Did you record them live, or did you do it?
No, this was a studio record.
You did it in the studio.
Yeah, so I'd already moved into the forest, but I commuted back and forth, and my producer did a lot of the work in his own place, just mixing. But it was a lot of trips back and forth to Toronto. So far, it's great. Lots to do.
Do you have a date in mind for that to officially be released?
Let's say July 15th.
Okay.
But it'll be available before that on the website. Anybody can come to noahsong.com and just be in touch with me.
That's noahsong.com.
Just one song.
Just
one unified song. Yes.
So you're headed down towards Alabama here. Friday, he'll be in Auburn.
Yes, sir.
And then it looks like the schedule's headed back north once again, back up towards Canada.
Yeah.
So you can find the complete tour schedule there at noahsong.com as well. And then, hey, look, there's some merch available over there at the merch table also, which gives you the opportunity to shake and howdy with him after the show. And thank him for making music for us here today. I'm going to back on out of the way so we can get some more music right here from Noah Zacharin on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Thank you, Red. This is one of the songs that is on the new record. It's a song that I wrote a couple of years, well, I guess now it's a few years ago when I heard the news that Guy Clark had passed away. And he passed away around the same time as a number of other heroes of mine, musical heroes in various genres. And it was a very upsetting moment for me to hear about it, as it was for all proponents of great songwriting. And I was on my way in the forest to a jam that a friend of mine had used to put on every week. And when I got there, I looked him in the eye and said, "Dave, Guy Clark's gone, and there's so much work to be done." And if you're songwriters, you know that that's a moment when you hear something or say something that you know is worth following up on. So I went through the jam and I did what I had to do, and then I went home and I wrote this song, and it's called "So Much Work to Be Done." It's for Guy Clark and for all great musicians that have brought us so much beauty over the centuries. Well, this whiskey made it through the winter. It's still got a bite. And I lift one to the master. Farewell, farewell, good night. Too many losses for my fingers. Hands can't steady anyone. Here on Crumbling Mountain, there is so much work to be done. Well, I was driving my particular darkness. A radio voice placed him in the past, and the whole world dimmed a little. Texas stars at half-mast. Can't blame the constellations, the spirit or the sun. On a one-lane road of moonlight, there is so much work to be done. hold me here. No pistol pony wife or kid, but I got a sweet cabin and a guitar from Austin, and what a little good I did. And if I get another morning, I'll know it by the sun. Angling in on a whisper, there is so much work to be done. Well, he wore denim and a Stetson, had a chisel and a pencil and a grin. A master with a job don't ask how or why, he just asks what, when. So play it on your daddy's dobro, or fire off a 21 gun. There's salt in the Rio Grande, and there is so much work to be done. There is so much work to be done. So much work to be done. Thank you. So, and this really is a guitar from Austin. I had the great fortune of going to a conference in the Southwest in Austin, Texas. This guitar is from 2004, and since 2004 had not breathed the air in which her wood was cured, as it were. I was very happy to be there. I was very happy to be there. I played that song for the folks. This song is called 10 Tons of Road, and it is it's a song about traveling and about drinking, but it's mostly about love. 3 of our favorite things. There's a blue cloth on the table, a pint or two to hold it down. You know how the wind blows wild in the dim light of this town. Now there's a pair of hands I held, a pair of eyes in which I drowned. Where's the paradise I've been shaking in when love made the siren sound? 10 tons of road beneath my wheels, 1,000,000 miles of skies above. Cannot take me far enough to ever forget our love. I keep a couple of pieces of gravel in the heel of my left shoe. They remind me as I travel of each step I took away from you. Now there's a carving in an old oak tree my sweet edge penknife made. Where are you, my darling? It's cold, yeah, so cold in the shade. 10 tons of road beneath my wheels, a million miles of skies above. Cannot take me far enough to ever forget I love. Now the tulips, they are opening as the daffodil begins to wilt, and the crocus, it's just history. And see this house I've built. I wanna know everything, I wanna love everyone. When you come to me and my money's gone, I'll buy you drinks with gold of the sun. 10 tons of road beneath my wheels, a million miles of skies above. Cannot take me far enough to ever forget I Thanks so much, Will. Thank you, WDVX. Your decals emblazon more than one of my guitar cases. And I'm going to take another one today. Got myself a new guitar case. I'll leave you with all my life I've wanted to write a good sing-along song, and all my life my choruses have been too complicated. But I finally got one, I think. You'll hear it when it comes along. It's essentially humming. Even I can do that while I'm playing. So you can do it while you're sitting. Thank you for coming out. Thank you, Red. And thank you, listeners out there. Big shout out to Dale and Chris in Cookville. This song, I think this song is going to be called All I Need Is the Song, because most of the time when things are going poorly, that's what I go back to. So this is called All I Need Is the Song. It references your state beverage. Old enough, I got bourbon for blood. Your little shadow is my raging flood. I got a question mark that shapes her back, the shoulders alone. Fragrances remember, that's still olden. Walk away, all I need is the song. Walk away. All I need is the song. Do 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 do. Lost, I scan for Corvus of the southern skies. Black pepper grinds her minds. Most of the time you find we just get by. Till she come down, I'll boot her by the river that whispers, come on in and drown. Well, that's a fine invitation. I'll pass this time around. Walk away. All I need is the song. Walk away. All I need is the song. Do 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 do. And I don't know why those clock hands point at me. If they were mine, I'd point to sky or open sea. I'm old enough, 70 languages rest easy on my tongue. Give me one more hour, I'll say loving everyone. Walk away, all I need is a song. Walk away, all I need is the song. Do do do. Beautiful. Thank you. See you again.
That's Noah Zacharin on the WDVX Blue Plate special. Again, you can find more information at noahsong.com. And feel free to stop by the merch table after the show and shake and howdy with him and just thank him for making music for us here today on the Blue Plate special. Support for the WDVX Blue Plate special comes from listeners just like yourselves from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, the Tennessee Arts Commission, Visit Knoxville, and Barley's down in Knoxville's Old City, home of the Big Plate, Fridays at noon. So tomorrow we'll be right back here inside Visit Knoxville with Troy Youngblood and Lucy Isbell. You can always simply just go over to our website there at WDVX.com. Once you get there, click at the top of the page, and it's going to take you not just to a listing of who's performing, but it'll link you over to the artist website as well, so you can learn more about them. and also other upcoming events at WDVX, like Kids Stuff Live, which will happen Saturday, actually, y'all, with Miss Lynn will be Sean McCullough's guest. And Kid Stuff is just like the Blue Plate special, but it's sort of set up for people that are shorter than we are and a little bit more running and jumping space, you know what I mean. But you can always find out all that information at WDVX.com. So rolling along with the show today, she is based out of Kansas City. I don't know. We'll have to figure out whether it's Kansas or Missouri. This is Kelly Hunt, y'all, on the Blue Plate Special.
Early morning, falling rain. I'm just sitting here waiting on a train with nothing on my mind. Don't know where I'm going, I got nowhere to be. And nobody's waiting on me. I got nothing on my mind. Some folks, they try to tell you it's no way for a gal to be. And they say everybody needs somebody. Maybe that's so, maybe it's not. All I know is all I got is nothing on my mind. Some folks, they try to tell you there's no way for a gal to be. And they say everybody needs somebody. Well, I had a man once, Lord, he was fine. And for a while he was my number mine, but he's gone now. And I walk a lonesome mile. There was a time I had a head full of dreams, had a heart that was bursting at the seams. Now I got nothing on my mind. Some folks, they try to tell you that's no way for a gal to be. And they say everybody needs somebody. But I'd rather sit here in the pouring rain, all alone, just waiting on a train with nothing on my mind. Oh, I got nothing on my mind. Thank you. It's a song for all you restless spirits out there. When the captain comes a-calling, I hear that whistle squalling, and I clear my eyes to see. I get a low down on some feeling, my head sits to reeling, get an itching in my feet. Lord, I long to stray be ever on my way. Be on my way, on my way. By the first light of morning, by the sun shouts out a warning. If you don't ever leave, how you reckon you'll ever be free? With the clanging and the clamor, the stooping just a hammer, one more spark into the rail. With the sweat of life's devotion, to set a locomotion, a train on lead trail. Lord, I long to stray. Be on my way, on my way. On the first light of morning, when the sun shines at a warning. If you don't ever leave, how you reckon you'll ever be free? How I hate to see the sun go down and the morning circle back around. Woo! When I leave it in the morning, don't know yet where I'm going, may just have a train and a ride. But if I should die before I wake, I pray the Lord my soul to take the long way to the other side, so I can sightsee. Be on my way, on my way. On the first light of morning, when the sun shines at a warning. If you don't ever leave, how you reckon you'll ever be free?
Thank you.
Well, this is Kelly Hunt, and as I mentioned before, Kelly's based out of Kansas City. So, which side are we on?
Well, Missouri side. I actually just moved to New Orleans a couple weeks ago. So,
Ah.
yeah, I loved your New Orleans tune, Noah.
All right.
But yeah, from Memphis, Tennessee originally. And,
Did you come from a musical family?
I did, yeah.
You did.
My mom actually trained to be an opera singer, so I grew up with a lot of like classical music through her, and also a lot of 60s, 70s kind of folk. And then my dad was a Texan, so I got a lot of the old school country singer-songwriter stuff from
Okay.
him.
So how old were you when you started making music yourself?
I've been singing as long as I can remember. Very musical household, and writing kind of as long as I can remember too. Before I knew that's what I was doing, you know. But banjo, yeah, I found banjo in my early 20s, but grew
Well,
up singing.
So tell the folks a little story about your banjo there.
Oh, yeah, this is a little 1920s tenor banjo. And I didn't plan to take up tenor banjo. It kind of fell into my lap shortly after I moved to Kansas City. Actually, I have an identical twin to this little tenor that I found. It has a little note in the case that says this banjo was played by a man named Ira Tam in his Dog and Pony show from 1920 to 1935. And that one has the original calfskin head. And so I just kind of fell in love with that banjo, and then ended up just songs started spilling out of it. So
Absolutely. Cool. So you had a project that you put out back in 2019,
Yes.
Even the Sparrow, and it got some really good attention and exposure from that, nominated for a folk music award for that as well. You've been working on some new stuff. Is there a new one in the future?
yes, hopefully coming out this summer. It's all done. It's in the pipeline. It's just a matter of getting it out. Actually, Dirk Powell produced it. I see him on your wall of fame here with Foghorn String Band. So I made that record in Louisiana, and that's kind of how I ended up gravitating down there. But yeah, I'm excited to put that one out sometime this year, hopefully this summer.
All right. Well, you can keep an eye on the website at kellyhuntmusic.com. Tomorrow she'll be headed over to Nashville at the Bowery Vault. And again, the complete tour schedule is there on the website. She also has merch over at the merch table, so y'all know the drill. Shaking howdy after the show, and thank her for making music for us here today. This is Kelly Hunt on the WDVX Blue Plate Special.
Thanks for having me. I'll do one actually that'll be on the new record. It's called Lost Highway. This song was actually given to me by a snake in the woods. I was on a little walk and I had my banjo strapped to me. I like to take walks with my banjo sometimes because you never know when an idea will strike you. And stumbled on this snake and we both kind of stopped. It was right there in my tracks. And I started plucking my banjo in that moment and this song was born. It's called Lost Highway.
Headed down the lost highway. Haven't seen another soul out here in days, Lord. I've gone so astray. How will I ever get back now, Lord? Will I ever get back now? When I first headed down this road, should've known where it would go, Lord. And there were plenty of signs along the way. Oh, but I paid them no mind, Lord. Well, I paid them no mind. Oh, well, I know, it's a dead-end road I'm headed down. I know, it's a dead-end road, gotta turn around. So I'm out here on my own, nothing but me in the open road, Lord. And there's nothing standing in my way, and yet I've never been so chained, Lord. No, I've never been so chained. Oh, well, I know, it's a dead-end road I'm headed down. I know, it's a dead-end road, gotta turn around. Oh, I'm tired of laying my head down on the cold and unhallowed ground, of listening to the hollow sounds of the howling hounds, and they're making their rounds. They're bound to run me down one of these days. Yeah, that lonesome whistle whine, you can hear a moan for 100 miles, Lord. And it recalls all I left behind. And I hang my head and cry, Lord. Well, I hang my head and cry. Oh, well, I know, it's a dead-end road I'm headed down. I know, it's a dead-end road, gotta turn around, gotta turn around, oh, gotta turn around, gotta turn, oh, you gotta turn, oh, you gotta turn, oh, you gotta turn around.
Thank you. Switching to the 5-string now. So I actually I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, born and raised, and I worked my way out east a little bit. I lived in Maryville, a stone's throw from here for a while, and I used to be a regular listener to the WDVX station and the Blue Plate Special and come down here and watch shows here, so it's fun to be on this side. But yeah, I found a lot of my favorite contemporary folk singer-songwriters listening to WDVX, Gillian Welch and Patty Griffin, and then just really kind of opened up my songwriting and got me really interested in kind of old-time music too, and clawhammer banjo. And so these next two tunes are kind of in that tradition. They came together back to back, so I like to think they're kind of sister songs, maybe somebody's story from a long time ago.
With my 9-pound hammer and some penny nails, I built a boat of wood. And if this boat ever should set sail, I'll be gone for good, good Lord. I'll be gone for good. Well, brown-eyed Betty with her long hair down, she's pretty as a picture in a book. If anyone could get me to settle down, she could do it with just one look, good Lord. Do it with just one look. Well, for all the world's silver and all the world's gold, there's never been anything so fine as a pure and simple hand to hold. And gladly I would give her mine, good Lord. Gladly I would give her mine. Well, with my 9-pound hammer and some penny nails, I built a house so fine. And brown-eyed Betty in her long white veil, where she put her hand in mine, good Lord, put her hand in mine. Well, for all the world's silver and all the world's gold, there's never been anything so fine as a pure and simple hand to hold. And gladly I have given mine, good Lord, gladly I have given mine. My 9-pound hammer and some penny nails, I built a cradle for the babe. And I made for Betty a rocking chair. I've been sitting and rocking all day, good Lord, rocking and crying all day. For my brown-eyed Betty and home sweet babe, my cold as frozen ground. I did all I could do, the doctor said, what am I gonna do now, good Lord? What am I gonna do now? My 9-pound hammer and some penny nails, I'll build a box of pine. When I lay my Betty and my babe in there, oh, I just wanna climb inside, good Lord. I just wanna climb inside. But for all the world's silver and all the world's gold, there's never been anything so fine as pure and simple and old. And I love till the day I die, good Lord. Love until the day I die. With my 9-pound hammer and some penny nails, I mended that boat of mine. And tomorrow morning I'll set sail, and I'll sail this whole world wide, good Lord. Sail this whole world wide. If for all the world's silver and all the world's gold, there's never been anything so fine as pure and simple and old. It's the greatest treasure you can find, good Lord. Greatest treasure you can find. It's the greatest treasure you can find, good Lord. The greatest treasure you can find.
Thank you.
If I out across the ocean waves my true love lies, and all my nights are all her days, my sun, her starry skies. Oh, it's a long way from the falling darkness to the dawning of the day, and it's a long way home, my darling, but I'm on my way. Many are the sights I've seen, and many is the place, and many are the bell callings, but none my heart could sway. Oh, it's a long way from the belly of this boat to the bosom of her bed, and it's a long way home, my love, but I'll be with you again. So if the mighty wind should blow, and if the sea should rise and sink this very ship below, if I should lose my life, it's a long way from the bottom of the ocean to the dome of the sky, and it's a long way home, my darling, but I'll be there by and by. So wind, oh kindly wind, pray blow strongly into my path, and waves, so kindly waves, pray roll, let me ride upon your back, go back to my true love, take me back to her side. Oh, and I'm coming home, my love, will you wait for me while I'm coming back to you, my love, I'm coming back to your side. Oh, I'm coming home, my love, if I go 10,000 miles.
This is Kelly Hunt with us here today on the Blue Plate Special. She's got one more tune for us here today, but how about one more round of applause for Noah Zacharin,
yeah.
the first half of the show here today? Y'all feel free to stop by the merch table and shake and howdy with them after the show. NoahSong.com for more information on Noah. And again, Friday, he'll be down in Auburn, Alabama. More information can also be found at kellyhuntmusic.com. And tomorrow she's headed over to Nashville, and you can find the complete schedule right there on her website at kellyhuntmusic.com. Troy Youngblood and Lucy Isabel will be with us tomorrow on the Blue Plate Special. So join us again for another Blue Plate. You know, we're listener supported. There's always a donation box in the back of the room. Little love in the box keeps the good music going on the Blue Plate. And thank you, Miss Kelly, for being here with us today.
Such a pleasure. Thanks, Red. And
Will
thanks,
you-
Noah.
Play one more? Will you do
Sure.
one more tune for us here today?
And I'll be back in Knoxville in June, the 16th and 17th for a couple shows. So check out my website if you are around and want some more music. All right, I'll do one off of the record that I have out now, my debut record. It's called Sunshine Long Overdue.
Oh no, don't turn your face away from the haggard light of day. The sun rose and so must you. Gone are the shadows of the night. Put out the artificial lights that in day's absence have to do. So long was the night when it passed by you, and the sunshine, oh, it's long overdue. Oh, tell me, what's the thought that plagues your mind? Is it that you've run out of time? Is it that you're no good? Oh, believe me, friend, I understand. You're tethered to the second hand. You feel its every move. So much awaits you, and the sunshine, oh, it's a long overdue. Oh, friend, let me lighten up your load. Let me walk you down that road, show you a world so sweet. You've had your eyes straight on the sky, been tracking that storm cloud for miles. You've missed the flowers at your feet. So much beauty surrounds you, and the sunshine, oh, it's long overdue.
Thank you so much. Noah, thank you.
That's Kelly Hunt. Thank y'all. Join us again next time for more real live music on the Blue Plate Special.